Good morning, everyone. Today, let's continue chapter 4. Here, we're talking about now the different types of anxiety disorders. So, first, you need to know that what is anxiety? How is anxiety different from a normal fear? So, anxiety is irrational fear, okay? Sometimes there could be no cause, particularly, or sometimes you don't know why you're thinking in such a way. So, it is an irrational fear. That is anxiety. So it could be the fear of the unknown also. Okay. So now the different types of anxiety disorders: generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, phobias, obsessive compulsive disorder, and post traumatic stress disorder. These are the ones that are given in your book. Okay. So, what is generalized anxiety disorder? GAD is a prolonged, vague, unexplained, and intense fears that have no object, accompanied by hypervigilance and motor tension. Okay. So, here, when we talk about generalized anxiety disorders, an example could be like a person is constantly worrying, brooding, for no particular reason also. Sometimes the reason could be as simple as just traveling in an airplane. So maybe 1 week prior only this particular person will have so much of stress and tension about traveling, that in the sleep, getting up and all, only thinking about the journey and traveling. That becomes generalized anxiety disorder. A little bit of stress and anxiety doesn't mean that you have generalized anxiety disorder. Okay. Then you have panic disorder. Now, panic disorder could be with agoraphobia. Panic disorder could be without agoraphobia. Now, panic disorder is a frequent anxiety attacks characterized by feelings of intense terror and dread. Unpredictable panic attacks. Now, what are panic attacks? Panic attacks are also called as a pseudo heart attack. Now, when you have a heart attack, we know the symptoms, physical symptoms such as chest pain, palpitation, sweatiness, all of that. Here, it has similar, symptoms, but you don't have any blockage in your heart. So here you have all the symptoms of the sympathetic nervous system. Okay. So panic attacks along with physiological symptoms like breathlessness, palpitations, trembling, dizziness, and a sense of losing control or even dying. So these are the symptoms of the panic attacks. Okay. Agoraphobia again will come under phobias, but basically in agoraphobia, why it is accompanied sometimes with panic disorder is because in agoraphobia you have a fear of going alone anywhere, fear of the marketplace, fear of going to the theater. You always want to be accompanied by somebody. So they feel that if they travel alone, that they can get a panic attack. So panic attacks or panic disorder can be accompanied with agoraphobia or without agoraphobia. Now the most common is obsessive compulsive disorder. Now you should know first what are obsessions and what are compulsions, okay? Now obsessions are repeated thoughts which lead to compulsive behavior. Now compulsive behavior means actions. So only first the thoughts should come, and then after the thoughts you go on to the particular behavior. Okay. So OCD means being preoccupied with certain thoughts that are viewed by the person to be embarrassing or shameful, and being able to check the impulse to repeatedly carry out certain acts like checking, washing, counting, etc. So now some of these people could be having constant thoughts like, did I check the stuff, did I switch off the geyser? I mean, they go on checking repeatedly, they go on washing repeatedly, they go on counting things repeatedly, sometimes they go on repeating their talks repeatedly. So all of this also comes under obsessive compulsive actions. Okay. Then you have PTSD, that is called as post-traumatic stress disorder. Here it means that it is a recurrent dreams, flashbacks, impaired concentration, an emotional numbing followed by a traumatic or stressful event like a natural disaster, serious accident, etc. So here basically when we talk about all the episodes that have happened in our lives, like here we're talking about the episodic memory that we have studied in grade 11, all the traumatic events that have happened. I mean, it's not that everybody will be having PTSD, you know. It's just that supposing some examples could be you have been raped, or you have been a victim, you have been in jail, or you have been a prisoner of war. Sometimes these army people, or there's been a death in the family. So you could have a temporary state of PTSD, but with counseling and all, it does decrease. It's not that it will be there forever. So post traumatic stress disorder is usually a temporary situation which can be handled by the counseling, therapy, and all of that. So it does not have to be long lasting. So this usually happens, when you have been involved in some sort of a traumatic situation. So you relive that particular situation by dreams, flashbacks, and all of that. Okay, right. So these are the major anxiety disorders that you have to understand: generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, phobias, obsessive compulsive disorder, and PTSD. These are the major ones that you should know. And in phobias also we have different varieties like specific phobia. Then you have general, specific, social phobia, and so forth. Okay, thank you.